Sick left-wing campus culture on full display at Georgetown University. A liberal gun club put up a disturbing flyer around school that read, "Hey, fascists, catch," a reference to the message written on the shell casing used by the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk.
Why you support a president who contributes to the rhetoric that got your friend Charlie killed? How can you support him when he contributed to what got Charlie killed?
Assumes facts, not evidence. What you said is not true. Let me take on the first part of the premise of your question, that it was President Trump's rhetoric that led to an assassin killing our friend Charlie Kirk. That's a blatant lie. It's a defamatory blaspheme, and it's inappropriate in this setting.
That's not what I said.
We know. Yes, it is.
No, I said he contributed to the political atmosphere.
Well, then you have no point.
tension.
Then your point is utterly empty. Contributing to the atmosphere. This guy was, no, let's just make clear. This guy was motivated by leftist ideology. We know it from the bullet casings. We know it from the Utah governor. We know it from his own mother. Yes, we do. Let's be really clear on that.
But there still is hope for the kids. Last night, huge crowds gathering for a Turning Point USA event at Virginia Tech. It is good, Dana, to see Charlie Kirk's mission continue this strongly.
Think about these crowds. And then what were you doing in college? Well, we know. But, you know, if you want to go, you could do anything you want to at college. You're free to do whatever you want. And they all want to come to this, and it's happening all across the country. And one after another, when you see them speak either online or everybody that's been interviewed in the last couple of weeks here, we had a young man on Newsroom today. They are calm, articulate, thoughtful, and really emulating what they saw in Charlie Kirk. And of course, Erica Kirk's amazing example. And I think what Governor Youngkin said about the future of young conservatives was absolutely correct. Like, the future is bright, and I think that this movement is really going to grow and probably have a big, lasting, and good impact.
Yeah, Kennedy, you see these numbers, these chapter requests pouring in, tens of thousands.
Yeah, it's up to 160,000 last I looked. And, you know, this is one of those events that not only do you remember where you were, but it's galvanizing. And there are so many people who have to exist in college as closet conservatives, because there are very few people who historically have been willing to come out and say that they are conservatives and, you know, have their voices be heard, because they will be shouted down. They will be called names. They will not be allowed to join other clubs. They will be socially ostracized. And this was something that galvanized young people in a way that will create a generation of conservatives who were so deeply affected by Charlie Kirk's assassination.
The question that has been asked over and over again is, who will be the next Charlie? And as I look out in this room and I see thousands of you, I want to repeat the best answer that I have heard. You will be the next Charlie. All of you. You will be light. You will carry the baton. You will engage. You will change minds. You will be that revival. And therefore, I want to say thank you.
So Jacob Taylor, Secretary and Treasurer of Virginia Tech's Turning Point chapter, and thank you for your time today.
Hey,
nice
thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. You're wearing Charlie's shirt there. I understand you put this thing together in 2 weeks. You had 3,000 people attend. Tell us about it, Jacob.
Yeah, we packed Burris Hall, which has a capacity of 3,000 people. And this was Virginia Tech, Turning Point USA's second semester here. So really, this all came together in 2 weeks with the help of Turning Point executives. And man, they work tirelessly. They do not sleep. They've been traveling across the country. There was just one event in Minnesota, I believe, just last week. And really, this is the kind of productivity that Charlie Kirk believed this organization was built for. We just had a vigil for Charlie Kirk about 2 weeks ago. Really, I think it was the Friday after the assassination. And we talked about, among other things, forgiveness and aligning ourselves with the Christian moral principles that we preach, but also about productivity, because really one of the main components of Charlie Kirk's legacy was transforming the anger, the righteous anger, that many young people feel about the state of our country into a force for construction, not destruction, and for productivity and for building new institutions.
Jacob, I think just about every young person in America was affected by this one way or another. And it's been a profound moment in their lives. Whether they realize it at this moment or not, it's that significant. Now, Rich Edson was talking to some of your students. I want to play a soundbite for you, okay? Listen to how this interview went.
Yeah.
Were you planning on coming to this event even before Charlie's assassination? Were you somebody who's followed, and would come to events like this?
So I was not, because there was not necessarily many places nearby that they would have these events nearby us. But now that, we heard, like I saw Charlie's assassination, it truly affected my heart. It really did, in a way that, I never grieved for somebody I didn't know. So since then, I started following Turning Point, and I really looked into a lot more, not just Charlie Kirk, but what the movement stands for.
Jacob, I imagine you've heard that a lot.
Yeah, it really has been something. I briefly met Charlie Kirk.
And see, this is what I mean. The youth in this country, people that are just graduating high school, their first, second year in college. I mean, these are the kids that are going to be the ones to help shape this country and what it's going to be in the future, in the upcoming years. And with Charlie's assassination, this really put a mark in our history. The Turning Point USA that Charlie Kirk created really says everything you need to know. Turning Point, the turning point of America. You've been hearing it so many times in different networks online, and YouTubers and political people out there speaking on the word, the words turning point. I mean, this is exactly what Charlie envisioned. This is why he created Turning Point USA, and specifically for the youth. And just to see, the youth come on TV or news outlets and speak about these events that are happening to help promote the movement of what Charlie kind of started just blows my mind. And it's just amazing to see. It's such a good and great feeling to know that this movement has just gotten stronger.
Summer at the Chapter Leadership Summit that TPUSA held in Tampa. And he was really one of a kind. I mean, he was a figure who was doing a podcast. He was doing speaking events across the country, while also simultaneously being the CEO of one of the largest political action organizations in the country, Turning Point USA. And that loss is obviously a real impact to the movement. And it's going to certainly take all of us combined to really, I don't want to say replace, because we can't really ever replace Mr. Kirk, but to carry forward the torch. It's going to take a lot of effort. And it's also going to take a lot of effort to combat the rhetoric that the left has been spewing, even in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Jacob,
we had a professor
can I ask you about that?
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to that, because I was not aware of this. But you apparently told our producers that you had a vigil 2 weeks ago, and a professor on campus told those who attended the vigil were members of the Klan?
Exactly.
Is that true?
Yes, he referred on social media to people who attended the vigil as Klansmen, and then later clarified that he was only calling Charlie Kirk a Klansman after his death. This kind of rhetoric is unacceptable. This professor has not yet been fired, and the university hasn't said anything about it, despite the pressure that we and our regional allies have been trying to exert on.
Well, that was news to me.
Get his ass fired. It's really sad to see Charlie Kirk, pass away in this country, and the movement that he started to help shape the youth into really understanding what's going on, because things that they learned from home or college campuses or high schools that they went to with all left-leaning teachers really brainwashed a lot of these kids. And that's why you hear people like Candace Owens start telling everybody just that has kids, get them out of school right now. and start homeschooling your kids. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have joined a Turning Point chapter within your local communities since Charlie's passing, or if you've already been contributing into helping this movement. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody. This one's for Charlie.